Hello. I am live. I am live. But I need to do this little thing on Twitter. Take me just a second because I only pay for Twitter Premium for the law firm. And so I need to do a retweet so that everybody knows that we're live. It's showing me wearing a different shirt. Why is that? This is weird. It's showing that Twitter's live, but Twitter's not live. Oh. Well, I don't know how to fix that. Let me maybe tweet a link to YouTube. So thank you for your patience while I get myself organized. Yeah. Okay. So I have tweeted the YouTube link. See, I solve problems. That's what we do here at Ready Law. We solve problems. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is the Visa Bulletin. There's been an update in the Visa Bulletin. From May to June. Okay. So some categories saw some progress. No categories saw a lot of progress. Two categories, F2A and F4, as far as family base, saw no progress. See, F2A, January 1st of 2022, January 1st of 2022. That's no progress for F2A. It's pretty sad. But for F1 categories, F1 is unmarried child of U.S. citizen. We saw a couple months from March of 16 to June of 16. And for F2B, we saw from July 16 to September 16. And for F3, we saw from April 11th to June 11th. Okay, so some progress in some family preference categories, which is good. You know, sometimes a Visa Bulletin is all bad news. And so this one, it's not, it could be worse. Okay, let's look at the DVs because I'm starting to get a DV audience as we get closer to September. This is the cutoffs for June on the right. Let me see if I can. Oh no. Okay. And then over here, we're going to do the cutoffs for July. Okay. So let's see what happened with the DVs from June till July. Africa case numbers, a little progression. A little progression in each of the subcategories of Africa too. Asia, a little progression, good. Just barely some movement in Iran and Nepal. 900 from 8,000 to 8,950. Same with Russia, just went up 1,000. Uzbekistan went up 2,000, almost 2,000. So there's some movement. It's not retrogression. North America is stuck at 20. Oceania went up a little bit, and South America went up just a little bit. Okay, so that's what's going on in the Visa Bulletin. What that means is if your case number, your Visa case number, is larger than the case numbers that are going to be current in the July cutoff in the July bulletin. That means that the earliest that you could be interviewed and be issued a visa from a consulate is in August. Now, if you are in the US, different rules apply. You could actually apply sooner than August because you can apply with USCIS for adjustment of status with a DV as soon as you see in a visa bulletin that it's going to be current. So that's a little confusing. Do not try this at home. Do not try this yourself. Use an attorney for anything involving immigration. Otherwise, you're crazy. I have seen cases this week that we have taken over that have problems that can't be fixed because of things that were done before we were involved. So it's just very important to hire an attorney. Don't try to save $500 or save $1,000 or whatever. Always hire the attorney. Okay. There's a note here on the visa bulletin. So they were talking about retrogression and EB-5, but that note's not there no more. U.S. government employees, special immigrant visa. That's the same note. Okay. So that's it. So that's the updates on the visa bulletin. Something else I wanted to talk about today is visa statistics. So let's look at visa statistics. There's a reason I want to talk about visa statistics. I want to talk about visa statistics because it proves that mandamus lawsuits are effective. Let me show you how. I'm going to use an example. I'm going to use Iranian students. Okay. So if you go to non-immigrant visa monthly issuances, and then I got to share this tab instead. And then you go to like the most recent one, which was February. It's still February. And you go by nationality, February of 2025. And you type in Iran. In February, in Iran, there were 10 issuances for F1, 7 for F2. Well, guess what? A large portion of those were from our office, okay? And we're not the only firm that does litigation, okay? There's like 5 or 6 firms that do a lot on the level that we do, but for the most part, that's about it. But when I look at statistics and I see that a good proportion of the statistics are our clients in litigation, I think it lends itself to the conclusion that litigation is the only way to get out of AP. I mean, sometimes maybe they organically issue a visa without a lawsuit, but the statistics are not showing that, okay? So let's look at immigrant visas. Okay? And I realized that for non-immigrant visas, we were looking at February, and that's a weird month for students. So let's instead look. I wish we had more recent statistics, but they're always a couple months behind. The March statistics will come out soon. But if we look at monthly immigrant visa issuance statistics, we will find that we have to scroll all the way down. Sorry. We don't want to go by post. We want to go by place of birth for February. And we go. Right now, the majority of our clients are from Iran or Russia. But if we go to Iran, we see IR1s. There were 24 issued in February. And IR5s, there are 188. Well, how is it possible that maybe 10% of those are just from our office? Because we're a teeny office. We only have 6 attorneys. We only have like 10 paralegals or something. We are not this huge law firm that represents the majority of immigrants. Yet we keep seeing our clients make up a disproportionate part of the issuance statistics. It's not because our name is on the G28. It's not because our signature is magical on the emails that we send inquiries to. It's because of the litigation. Okay. So mandamus litigation works. It does not only against USCIS. I think everybody knows it works against USCIS, but it also works against the State Department. And it may not work always the way we want it to, as fast as we want it to. It definitely doesn't work as fast as we want it to, but it is effective. Remember a couple weeks ago, I said, look at this. A baby went into AP and 3-year-old toddler went into AP. I got so mad when I heard this case. Talked to the family on like a Monday, filed the lawsuit over the weekend because it's a 3-year-old in AP, and it was in the news that week. And then we served the complaint, and at the same time, and anyway, baby got clearance. Apparently, baby is not a national security risk anyway, and so I think baby's been issued a visa. I know the baby hasn't entered the U.S. anyway, yet. But I just want to say, litigation works. Okay. And if you don't do it, then you're just waiting around for something that might not happen. That's real talk. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else I need to talk about today. Sometimes I go into news and I type in immigration and it scares me and I just like leave the room. Okay. Like leave my computer on and just leave the room. So when I type in immigration news today, a grand jury indicts that judge that helped this person evade ICE. Like she just said, use this other door. That's all she did. And so the Trump administration is going after the judge. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so there was a congressional committee hearing where many members of Congress are pushing the administration hard on their existing policies. I know Robert Garcia, representative from Long Beach, questioned Kristi Noem on will she just give proof of life for this guy Andre, who's been removed to CCOT. And of course, Kristi Noem refused to do that because she is dumb. I don't know if that video is up yet. Four hours ago. I should have prepped this for you. Yeah. You don't want to hear a commercial. But anyway, it's good to see members of Congress pushing back against the Trump administration and trying to hold them accountable. I hope we see more of that. So I don't need to be sharing my screen. See that we don't have any questions today, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up early. Hopefully I'll see you next week for Let's Talk Immigration. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at my calendar next week. It's crazy. I think I'll still see you. What is that? Oh, so I think I'll still see you next Wednesday. In the meantime, you can always go to our website, contact us page, and book a consult, or scroll down and you can actually see contact information for our paralegals that speak other languages. Okay. Sometimes that's helpful. Sometimes that's what you need anyway, is to reach out to us in your native language. So thank you. Goodbye. Adios.